Okay, good morning everybody.
Good morning,
Good morning,
sir.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So getting the screen.
Yes, sir.
So today's topic is Python data type none. Okay. What is Python data type? That we are discussing from last few classes, and we have discussed about numbers data type. Under number data type we have discussed integer, float, and complex. After that we discussed string, and after that the third type we have discussed, that is bool. In last class we discussed bool data type, that is here. Okay, and after that today we are going to discuss another one data type, that is none. So what is none? Just I am writing one line as a note which will help you. Done. So this is our Python data type none, which is a special data type with a single value. What it means? Say as example, I want to put x is equal to 10, y is equal to none. Okay. Now, oh sorry. Now, if I print x, so what I am getting? 10. If I print y, then what I am getting? None. Okay. So none is not a string, it is a data type. It is a value, I am assigning a specific variable with this object none, and this none means what? Something, nothing. There is basically nothing, or completely blank. It is used to signify the absence of value or condition evaluating to false in a situation. Is it clear?
So what will happen if you print x plus y?
You see?
So what will happen if you print x plus y?
Yes. Obviously we will see that. Not only that, we will see the idea of that. Because you can't add basically absence, nothing, with x. Okay, x is having a value and you are adding a memory location with nothing. It is, you can almost compare with the concept of null. Those who have done it earlier,
Sir, means it doesn't acquire an address also.
it is acquiring an address. It is acquiring an address, but with nothing. I am coming to that concept. Y equal to none, we have done. So ID of y, the address is, you can see. Now I am writing P equal to none, Q equal to none, R equal to none. Okay?
Sir, all the nuns will acquire same address.
Yes, I am coming to show that. Just I am coming to show that. Okay? Then print P. Sorry. Print P. See that. Oh, sorry. ID of P. What is the address?
The same as before.
Yes, same as Y. Now ID of Q. Where's the address? Same as P and Y. ID of R. What's the address? Same as PQ. So and Y. So finally we can say that P, Q, R and Y are mapping to the same memory location. Okay. So means what? Ultimate conclusion we can draw from here that none is only one possible in a total Python, means that set of program. In my this complete set of program, one none is possible to assign, and that non-existing anything memory is shared or mapped by all variables which are assigned by none. Is it clear? Any query?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is basically none. We will use this none in different program, obviously. But the purpose of none, I think, clear. And you just note down these examples and the text. Okay.
Sir, what is the real life application of this none?
There are many real life application, you know, say not yet you have started many different concept. I am giving one bit example. I am just giving an explanation of it. Say when we work with computer, it always allocate electronic memory, right? Electronic memory means what? A presence of voltage, right? Then we need to handle every these things with soft technology, with our coding, right? Now the thing is what? During our work, in some specific calculation, it may happen that one variable can be assigned with some garbage value. Do you know what garbage value? Do you have any idea about
Sir,
garbage value? Yes?
So the input fit is invalid for the
Not
given
input
conditions.
is invalid. Sometimes in memory of value, specifically you can say hexadecimal large value creates by its own, and it assigns to a variable. It assigns to a variable, and when you use that variable which is mapped to a garbage value, if you use for any calculation, that calculation may give you an error. It happens during multiple line calculation, multiple assigning of value in a single variable. Once you are assigning the calculated value of this part in this variable, again you are assigning another part of calculation in that same variable. So it may happen that suddenly that variable can be assigned with a electronically unknown created value. Is it clear? That is known as garbage value.
Sir,
Yes?
so can you please say again?
Should I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As I wanted to say that I am giving with a very small example. Say as example x is equal to x is equal to 1, y equal to 9, z equal to x into y. Okay. Now see, z is a variable over here which is not assigned by any value, right? The value is coming to z with some expression calculation during runtime. Am I right?
Yes,
Again I am writing z is equal to x by y. So by this way I am using z to keep different calculated value, but z is never assigned with any value. Is it clear? Now in this situation it may happen that z will be assigned with a value which is electronically unknown, a large hexadecimal value which we don't know how it is coming, but it may come to z. And once it comes to z, after that if you use any other expression where you are using z for some purpose, then you may get some error in that the new calculation, like r equal to z plus y. Here you may get some error, some bug in that result. Is it clear? So in this situation, this is one situation I am telling. This type of situation may happen especially in large size of program, in large category of program it may happen.
yes, sir.
So this is a very simple 3-4 line code. It will normally, as per our machine configuration, as per the development of software, normally it will not come in this 4 line code, but I am giving this example. But if it is 4000 line code and this type of variables you are using, so that time it may happen. Is it clear? So in this situation we need to apply some null value to that z. In this Python, none also work like that. Is it clear? Because if you assign any variable with none, that means the variable is mapping to a memory location which is basically absence of value or condition. No condition is in that memory location. That like here the memory location is this. In this memory location, no condition, no value. Okay. So these variables are mapped to that memory location. So it will never map. That means it is assigned something which is nothing. The concept is clear. This word, the variables which is already mapped to none, assigned by none, is mapping to something which is basically nothing. Is it clear? Are you clear?
So the concept is clear, sir, but what is the use of it? Assigning the none?
That I said just now. That I said with this example. Should I give simple example? Any real life example?
So means if we do this, then there will be a lesser possibility of getting an error. That is it.
Yes, it is a possibility to getting an error if you don't apply that in that way.
Okay, sir.
As per our real situation, if you sit idle,
Yes.
you have no work. No work, it's good, but you have nothing to think. If you have nothing to think, like related to your study, related to your family, related to something else positive, you have nothing to think. You are sitting idly. After some time, what idle
Workshop
brain
of the
is,
evil.
yes, idle brain is devil's workshop. So the thing is what that is common, that is proved. That is why this phrase is present here. So this is same thing in computer. Your z, as per this example, you see z is assigned by nothing. Mane before this line, z is there, but z we are initializing z with this, but z is not assigned by a particular value. Okay, z is continuously changing to new value as per calculation. Okay, but z have not any specific location to map. So in this situation, any garbage collection is nothing. Garbage value is electronically created value which may assign automatically to that free variable. Okay, so then and after that, whatever calculation you will do using that variable, you may get some error. These all are possibilities, not confirm. These all are possibilities. Okay, so to avoid that, and specifically in large size of program we face this problem. So to avoid this situation we use none. Is this concept clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, chalo. Good.
Yes, sir.
So this is the concept of none. Now under another part it is coming type. So type of none already you have seen. Type of Q, it is none type. You have seen it is none type. Like we have got integer type, like type of x is assigned by integer value. Okay, chalo. It is integer type, but it is non type. Q is non type. Okay, I think the concept of non and everything is clear with this. Okay, now multiple assignment, another point is coming, that is multiple assignment. What is multiple assignment? Under multiple assignment, what we can get? Multiple assignment means we can declare multiple variable in a single statement. Chalo. So what's that? Say here we are using x, good, x, then comma y, comma g is equal to hello. Okay, then chalo, I'm writing 1, then I'm writing not required here. 2 already I have given, so I'm writing it here. Okay, now what we can get from here? Say x, comma y, comma z. Are you getting any idea about it? What actually I have written?
Sir, if x and y two values are given and we have to show the addition, so do we need to write the print?
X and y two value are given, right?
Yes, sir.
Like this way, separate value.
Yes, sir.
Then
Sir, if we have to find out the addition or sum, then do we need to write the print command?
this one,
Yes, sir.
you can do this.
Okay, sir.
Even you can do this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is now the first category of this assignment. Small part you know, but it is very meaningful and useful. The small part, I must put a subheading for the small part. I want to put it is number 1, which is under the part of assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Is it clear? This is the concept of this, assigning multiple values to multiple variables, which we have done over here. And number 2, which is possible, that is assigning same value to multiple variables. Done. This concept is by this heading. The concept is clear. What is our next topic to discussion?
Yes, sir.
In this part,
Yes, sir.
we have seen that we have assigned multiple variables in multiple value to multiple variables we have assigned here, and here we are going to assign same value to multiple variables. How we can do that? X equal to y equal to z equal to n number of variable. You can write this way, and after that you can write, okay, then x by y by z by, okay. So this way you can declare multiple for the multiple variables you can declare same value, okay, and even you can print it. Done. Even you can do it this. Any confusion?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if we assign three variables and beside that equal to we write two values, then which variable will means hold which number?
Can you repeat your query?
So suppose we write x comma y comma z equal to 3 comma 2. In that way, which means variable will acquire which value?
Basically, you were writing this.
Yes, sir.
One more or not?
No, sir, no more. Only these.
Okay. Then you need to see what is happening, right? Because the number of value you have not given equal to the number of variable. Okay, you can put like this way. Your question was very good. Actually, all this comes under one particular concept that we will learn in tuple section later. But now, without taking that name, we are discussing basically that concept we are discussing. So x, y, z equal to it's okay, but in that case it was not equal. So x map to 1, y map to 2 and z map to 3. Basically 1, 2, 3, 3 object we are making and we are mapping the variable to that object. Okay. So with this concept is, I think, clear, right? Any query?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sure. So the next part which we can discuss, that is variable names. Okay, this is almost the last part of this topic, variable. What is variable names and how it work? Number one, variable name always start with capital or small or an underscore. So always start with capital, small or underscore. Then number two,
Variable names should not be keywords.
variables name should not be any keywords. A very good point.
Yes, sir.
And the last part which I want to say, that we discussed yesterday, and I was expecting during this points someone will say this point which we discussed in yesterday's class. Still I am waiting. Anybody wants to say? I have given this clue just to know that point.
So Boolean variable name should not contain Boolean.
Not Boolean. Variable name should always be an identity of the of that purpose. Okay, I'm writing it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
the very important one part for naming a variable. So you can get, you can see these points. You can take a note for this. So what we have learned today? We have learned none, the Python data type none, which are basically free, nothing place, location in memory to map any variable. Number two, multiple assignment. In multiple assignment we have learned two things: assigning multiple values to multiple variables assigning same value to multiple variables. And the third part we have learned, that is variable naming rules, or how to name a variable. Any query
No,
on
sir.
that?
No,
Okay.
sir.
Chalo. Then I am going to stop presentation and bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you, sir.
bye.
Bye, sir.